Hi, and welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda, and I have an announcement to make. If you are here from Melanie's channel, then welcome. If you are not here from Melanie's channel and you just found this video, I have been asked to be a camp counselor for Camp SeasonAthon. So this was created by Completely Melanie, who is definitely linked down below. If you just came here from watching her premiere, then hello, welcome. Melanie has created a whole season-a-thon thing that happens for every season of the year. And during the summer, we go to camp, and it's called Camp SeasonAthon. And this year, we have 3 cabins with 3 counselors. It's going to be me in Shadow Cabin, Melanie is in Castle Cabin, and Drew is in Rainbow Cabin. We are all the counselors for those cabins, and everybody will be linked down below. If you came here from Melanie's channel, you will be following all of us over to Drew's channel. Also, if you're just joining my channel, this is Django, who you just heard. He needs to be in every video, he thinks. And so here he is saying hi. Every time I talk to the microphone, Django needs to be here as well. So the theme for my cabin, of course, is shadows. And so it's going to be a little more on the scary side of things is how I'm planning on doing this. I am so excited about Shadow Cabin and what we're going to be doing. But before we talk about that, I need to go over the actual prompts, the general prompts that everybody's going to get to choose from. There are 15 of those. If you just heard them on Melanie's channel and her video, I'm sorry. You've got to hear them again on mine, but it's going to be fast. And then we'll talk about my Shadow Cabin specific prompts. So I'm going to talk about the general prompts that everybody can read. There are 15 of those, and then there will be 5 specific prompts for my cabin. So I'm going to go through these pretty quickly, and then you guys will be able to go check over on the Discord and find out all the information over there about who is where and what you're going to be reading and all of that stuff. Everything happens on the Discord, so please go check that out over there, and let me get to the prompts. Number 1. Read a seasonal read. Whatever season you happen to be living in, read a book for that season. Read a translated work. Read an American BIPOC author. Read a book with the sun on the cover. Read a book with 5 or more words in the title. Read a romance. Read an LGBTQ plus book. Read a book with food on the cover. Read a book that involves some kind of trip. Read a steamy book. Read a book with a king or queen in the title. Read a book with a title starting with the letters D, T, or S. Read a book recommended by a booktuber or bookstagrammer. Read a duology or a trilogy. That's going to be hard. And finally, read a book with a map inside. Now, those are the 15 general prompts that you'll be able to choose from. And then the 5 that are specific to my team, including our group book, which I'll save for the end. That's our last prompt, is to read our group book. Okay, next day, Amanda having to jump in because our prompt cannot be to read the group book. Our group book is just the book that our cabin is reading, and it can fill one of the prompts. So let me go over the 5 prompts today without the group book included in the prompts. So the first prompt is to read a book that has shadow either in the title or on the cover of it. In the same vein, prompt number 2 is to read a book that has bones in the name or on the cover somewhere. And we can be very loose with this, although like a person is not going to count because yes, they have bones inside their body. You need to be able to see the bones on the cover. Number 3 is to read a book that has S and C in the title for Shadow Cabin. So at least one S and at least one C in the title of the book, any genre, doesn't matter. The next one is to read a spooky or horror book. And this is up to you. You get to decide if a book is spooky to you or not. And finally, the last prompt is to read a spoopy or middle grade horror book. So spoopy just means a little bit spooky, but not really, like one of the Scooby-Doo things, right? So it's supposed to be spooky, but it's not really. Okay, our group book for Shadow Cabin. The Shadows by Alex North. So this can fulfill the prompt number 1 for our cabin that needs shadow in the title or shadows on the cover. This works. But those are the prompts. I will throw it back to previous recording, Amanda, for the rest of the information. Each cabin will have their own group book, and at the end of the month, Drew and Melanie and I are going to come together for a live stream where we will chat about all of the cabin books. So the 3 of us are going to be reading everyone else's cabin books as well as many prompts as we can on here so that we can get to that discussion and be ready to talk about all of the books with each other. So I'm excited about that. I'm also just excited in general. This is my first time co-hosting some kind of thing like this where I have a group, a cabin that I am in charge of, and we're going to be chatting over on Discord. We already have our own little cabin channels made over there, so I'm so excited about doing that. If you have watched my channel, you know that I play TBR games constantly, and I'm constantly coming up with new ways to like gamify my reading. So the Shadow Cabin is definitely going to have some of those elements in there where I'm going to be asking y'all about different games that we can play or different ways that we can come up with what we're reading next and how we're reading it and that kind of stuff. So I cannot wait to get started as the Shadow Cabin counselor for the summer or the month of June. And I'm so ready for Camp SeasonAthon. Thank you so much for watching. I am going to send you to Drew's video next. It's set to premiere. And so you will just follow the link down in the description straight to Drew's video. We'll all be over there. We'll all be chatting. And I can't wait to see you in the Shadow Cabin this summer. Thanks so much for watching. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.